Hello, so this video is about Pompeii and Naples. So first of all, we went into the local town to see what was going on. It was quite pretty there, very hilly, lots of little alleys, quite a pretty place to walk around. And then we went into Pompeii, we went back to the ship and went to Pompeii on the coach, and Pompeii is so hot. Obviously there are no trees in the Pompeii bit. There's no shelter or coverage in the Pompeii bit, so it's very hot. So if you get hot too easily and sweat easily, take a fan, take water, take different things with you to cool yourself down. But I really enjoyed Pompeii. I liked the history side of it. There's even a few stray cats around that just sit there enjoying the company of other people, stroking them and saying hi to them. It's quite funny, but I really enjoyed Pompeii as a trip. So here we are in Naples. So as you basically get off the ship, go through the terminal, that is what you will see. We are now into the main bit, going down the little alleyways, seeing all the uniqueness of this place. I love all the little alleyways and the way they have flags everywhere, and they have lights as well going across from building to building. So at night, that probably looks just so pretty. Just be careful when you're there, you don't get run over but by a moped, because they're just going down all these little alleys all the time. Tried to stick off the main roads because the little alleyways were the prettiest things to see. Now we are on to Pompeii. That shaky video you just saw was the volcano that erupted, that wiped out Pompeii. It was kind of good going here. I wanted a bit of history on the trip, and this was the perfect thing to go and do, because it wasn't actually the volcano that made Pompeii like this. It was the ash from the volcano that made Pompeii like this, which I did probably learn when I was younger, but forgotten about it. But yes, it was the ash, not the actual volcano bit of it. On the tour, you go around in a group. They did say if you get lost, we can get back at this time. If I did this again or did something similar where they said the same thing, I would probably go away from the group, because we did have earphones in to listen to what she was saying, but we couldn't really hear what she was saying. We was just hearing her heartbeat more, because that's where her microphone was, right next to her heart. casts of the people they found that had turned into basically stone because of the ash. They're not the actual people that turned into stone. They are casts of them. This lady here was actually a pregnant woman at the time it erupted. Did have more that we saw, and they said they had quite a few out back that wasn't open to the public to see. The statues you're about to see wasn't actually there at the time of it being the volcano eruption. They have just been put there, so the guide was saying just ignore them bits. And this is actually Mount Vesuvius, the volcano that erupted. As I said, I really enjoyed this trip. It was the 4-hour version of the trip. I think you could also do an 8-hour version and maybe a bit longer hour version, but we didn't want to spend all day off the ship, and I'm glad I didn't because it was very hot, and I don't think we would have enjoyed it if it was longer than the 4 hours that we had there, because we would have just been too hot and too bothered. Definitely go on this trip if I was you, or somehow go there on your own, but it's just safer going via the Marella Cruise people, because if for any reason you are late back, then they will hold the ship for you.